with Jerry Springer, the clown from Cincinnati, the former mayor of Cincinnati, who's, of course, everybody knows his goofy show, how idiotic and stupid that is.
Jerry, 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 Jerry.
I remember one time he was on Larry King and he's sitting around saying, well, every time I ever walked through an airport, I never had anybody bother me. Yeah, well, I wish I would have walked in the same airport. I probably would have laughed at you, that's for sure. What a clown. But, I mean, MTV turned into, now I guess it's all, reality TV, the usual Dracula, the usual suspects, and, garbage dumps and whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and it was like we had this big, long age of the talk show age. What was it? Mid-80s started and real big.
I don't remember exactly when, but yeah. Oh, yeah, that was really lame.
Oh, my uncle's brother's cousin cheats on his wife with me, and blah, 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 and he brings a dog in the house while he's with his...
Let's see how many of those suspects we can name. Let's see, there was...
what, the talk show or the rock?
No, the talk shows. Jenny Jones. It was Morton Downey Jr., right?
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, name a couple.
Jerry Springer,
right.
What was that guy's name? What was his name? Maury
Povich.
Maury Povich.
Right. There was...
the black dude. What was the black dude?
Ricky Lake.
Ricky Lake.
I say, what's her name? Jenny Jones or whatever. What was her name? Was it Jenny Jones?
Yeah, and then there was a black... I can't think of his name. The black guy.
Oh, Montel Williams.
Montel Williams,
Maury Povich, Morton Downey, Geraldo. He had a show for a while.
What was the other one?
Geraldo Rivera.
What was the other one? Arsenio Hall. Arsenio Hall, yeah. He was actually not too bad. But,
yeah, right.
It was funny.
What was it? The story with Zappa. What did Zappa ask him? How'd you get this gig? And he said, well, somebody called 1-800-CAUCASIAN and nobody answered, so they decided to give it to me.
Yeah. Yeah,
that was hilarious,
he's
man.
Busting on all the, the prejudiced whole thing with the race card. He's busting on that.
Yeah.
He's making fun of the fact that people, would base things on your color for having a talk show.
Exactly. I remember when Clinton was on there. Remember when he was playing sax?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton, when he was running for president, I guess it was 92 for his first term. He's on there playing saxophone.
I think I do remember that.
Yeah, Zappa, he was a comedian. That was funny, man.
Yeah.
How'd you get this gig?
That's funny. Oh, there goes the lights, folks. There comes the lights back on again.
1-800-CAUCASIAN, man. Like, hey, man,
Yeah, that's a ride, isn't it? I mean, that people actually still, have that mentality in this country after all these years. Mentality of what color is somebody. I mean, it's just stupidity and just ridiculous.
Nuts. Yeah, really.
Or whether somebody's gay or they're not gay. I mean, it's just... What does that have to do with art? What is it?
Was Ricky Lake married to Greg Lake? Was that true?
Yeah. And then there's this thing, my major complaint about the media is something happens and it's like you don't see it once or twice. You see it again the next day. You see it again the next day. And this goes on and you see it 3 or 4 times the next day. And then over the next 4 weeks, that's all they talk about. And then they analyze it and they overanalyze it and they overanalyze it again.
Yeah, it's sort of like, remember Virginia Tech a couple years ago?
Yeah.
When that guy murdered a bunch of people on campus, a bunch of students, and it was like 2 weeks, 24/7, every day, like ridiculous. 2 weeks of wall-to-wall coverage on this.
And there's still
like the more you publicize this stuff, then people end up wanting to do this because they're they're going to be on camera and stuff.
Yeah, copycats and people that want publicity.
Exactly.
And then it's like
they die a martyr or whatever they want to call it.
I'm still reading articles in magazines like, well, what made this guy do this? Was it Prozac? Was it you know, what made this guy do this? Well, you got 1,000 other things, you know. Okay, yeah, well, it's good to know some of those things, like what makes people do these kind of things, but let's get on, you know, okay, do your research. Have the scientists do their research and whatever they want to do, but don't feast on it 24 hours a day. Then you got people who have problems in their families and, you know, that are celebrities, and all they do is sit and feast on this stuff for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it just gets redundant. Every time I walk in a store and I look at one of them tabloids, it tells you about Britney. It's got Britney. It's either got one of three people on there.
Yeah, Christina Aguilera,
Well,
Britney Spears,
it's
or what's her
either
name?
Britney Spears or what's the girl that
Paris Hilton.
Paris Hilton,
Right.
and then there's another one.
Lindsay Lohan.
That's it, Lindsay Lohan.
Yeah, right.
You know, or it's about now they're constantly writing gossip about Obama. Give the guy a chance. He's only been in office for how long? I don't know.
Well, that's politics, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's another issue. But
Republicans and Democrats, and you got people on both sides. To me, it's all Republican talking points or Democratic talking points, or like saying you're a liar. That's all that amounts to being, because it's all nonsense. It's all root for the home team, and it's all baloney. That's what it comes down to. This country really needs an independent, situation where you get another kind of party in, or a major independent candidate that can change the landscape, because it's just politics as usual for the most part.